I published my first video in October 2019. In it, I told you about my reasons for going into OMAD and my experiences until then. I was 53 years old when I started my 13-year history with OMAD and 63 when I published my first video. 2.5 years and dozens of videos after, I am still eating only one meal a day, every day of my life. The benefits of OMAD go far beyond weight loss and weight maintenance. The reason for this channel is to give you the opportunity to join me in this life-changing regimen. In this video, I give you an update on what OMAD has brought me over these 13 years. I also want to share my outlook as I go into retirement. My most important discovery is that OMAD, far from being dangerous, is a gift to practically anyone willing to put the effort to adapt to it. I will leave out of this group the following: pregnant women, people with eating disorders, and young children. This is because we do not have much information about these three groups when it comes to fasting. Suffice it to say that if you eat 3 meals a day and your diet is carbohydrate-based, you have a greater chance to suffer metabolic disease at least. You may be predisposed to high blood pressure, infectious disease, and even cancer and dementia depending on your age. Thus, we are well justified to eat 1 meal a day compared to the standard American diet. As for me, I continue to be healthy and fit, visiting doctors only for routine checkups. I feel strong and full of life. Every day I do a routine of calisthenics and/or tennis or hiking. I enjoy my exercise like I never did before in my life. I am delighted to say that my mood and cognition are also at their peak. For starters, I have faced many challenges in the last 3 years. If you are a subscriber, you have seen details of my odyssey from California through Mexico, the southeastern United States, and finally my move to Spain from New York. I am still trying to get settled after 2 years since we came here. My wife and I came here with our little dog, Ginny, which we lost on Christmas Day on 2022, just before our move from Malaga to Alicante. The effects of OMAD and HIIT on my mood are nothing short of wonderful. Biologically, this effect may be mediated by BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, of which I talked about in a previous video. You can find the link in the comments below. This effect has helped me see my life in positive terms, despite the obstacles in my path. When I live this life is up to God, but I am ready to live a long life. I hope to have enough time to make my life count. I want to influence people in a positive way so they too can see their reason for living. Ula is also in OMAD with me and she is also in great health. We long stopped thinking about aging as a limiting factor, and we find it difficult to compare ourselves with people our age. When we do, we find ourselves to be more positive, healthy, optimistic, and enthusiastic about life. I recognize that our grandparents and our parents at our age were usually sick and not nearly as active as we are. We enjoy exploring every corner of the country. First, we explored Andalusia, and now everything around us in the vicinity of our home in Alicante province. We even recently visited Finland, where Ula was born. I agree that our experience is anecdotal rather than scientific, but the first step of the scientific method is observation. I'd say that my cognition is better than ever because since I started my OMAD, I have learned Italian, French, and German. I am now learning Finnish, Russian, Dutch, and Catalan. I have found motivation in my life taking on the challenge that is this YouTube channel. But I also keep on trading options in the stock market and publishing videos in my trading YouTube channel, which I link below. Ulla has published 7 books and is about to publish 3 more. She keeps a YouTube channel and a website, which I link in the comments below. All after she started her OMAD routine. Our retirement has not slowed down either of us. Quite the contrary, we plan to keep our productivity as long as we live. OMAD is at the center of our lifestyle. I keep up with the scientific literature on the intermittent fasting and its effects on the body, including muscles, adipose tissue, and the brain. I see it as my worthy ideal to bring the good news to all that would listen, to show that one can age with health. I am a strong proponent that when one contributes to humanity in some way, our lives become worthwhile and we have the best of reasons to keep on living. But over the last few years, it has become clear that there is a whole series of biological effects that explain my physical changes. It turns out that the effects of exercise and fasting on my body and mind work together to keep me fit, healthy, and sharp. Among these are autophagy, the brain-derived neurotrophic factor, ketones, growth hormone, and most of all the control over insulin and glucose. I have covered these factors in my videos, so be sure to check them in this channel. More recently, I have found reports of clinical studies that support the previously theoretical effects of intermittent fasting. To see the whole story, please subscribe to this channel and check some of my more recent videos. One last effect of OMAD is on our time and money. By the simple fact that we do dishes, cook, and go grocery shopping less often. That is time that we can employ in other, more interesting pursuits. I always envisioned retirement as the time to begin the inexorable decline to deterioration and death. But now I see it as a time of happiness, freedom, and courage to explore the world, learn its languages, and understand our bodies. I've only just begun to explore Europe and its history, and more surprisingly, its nature and geography. I feel that OMAD is an integral part of my future, and I see clearly that every day is a good day and life is looking up. Thank you.